Rabbeinu is saying in Torah Kuf Nun Zayin, אם ידבק עצמו לדברי התורה, if a person gonna glued himself to words of Torah, היוצאים מפי הצדיק, that coming out from the mouth of the righteous man, תמה אני, I'm wondering, Rabbeinu is saying, איך אפשר אחר כך לסבול ולחפוץ חיי העולם הזה? How can you stand life of this world? And this is what it's written in Avot, כל הנהנה מדברי תורה, every person that enjoy דברי תורה, נוטל חייו מן העולם. He comes out from the world. He cannot enjoy this world anymore. והבן היטב, and you need to understand it very carefully. I'm thinking to myself, how can it be? A lot of people are sitting and learning Torah of righteous people, of tzaddikim. They can learn Likutei Moharan, they can learn Tanya, they can learn in the book of Abir Yaakov, and Gemara Kedosha, Mishnayot, all tzaddikim, Kedoshim v'Teorim. And it doesn't take them from this world. They still have lusts and desires. While he's learning, he can have lust and nonsense, to imaginations, and to desire bad things. While he's learning words of the tzaddik. So it means that he never connected himself to the Torah that came out from the mouth of the tzaddik. He's learning something, but he is not connected to that. Because that's the Torah of the tzaddik. Rabbeinu wrote that book. That's the Torah of the tzaddik. You cannot argue with the fact that Likutei Moharan is the Torah of Rabbeinu HaKadosh, Rabbi Nachman Breslev. Okay, but there is a problem. It's not affecting. It's not working. So, like Rabbeinu said, you need to glue yourself to the words of Torah. You need to glue yourself to that. That's a problem. You lost your glue. You're not connected. You're not connecting yourself to that. How are you going to connect yourself? So, if I'm going to tell you, listen, your connection going to be to learn 18 hours of Gemara a day. Where I learned that from? Because of my experience. I saw that it helped me. If you're really going to try to do that and to follow that advice, it's not going to work for you. I promise you, it's not going to work for you. Someone is going to tell you, listen, you have to learn Kabbalah. Someone is going to tell you, no, listen, you have to do Sha'ah Shmona Esrei, 1 hour Shmona Esrei, to stand with everyone with his advice, because it worked for him. Everyone are good people with great intentions, but the truth is that it's not going to work for me. And I need to glue myself to Hashem. So how I'm going to do it? We need to find ourselves. We need to find our own souls. We need to find our own point in Avodat Hashem. What's my connection to Hashem Yitbarach? And we have a lot of verses that I don't want to bother you and tell you all of the verses and all of the sources for all of that. That a person needs to learn Torah in a place that he has heart desire, and that Hashem Yitbarach wants to hear the unique voice of your prayer. Tfilat Kol Peh, every mouth and mouth needs to make itself sound, and that Hashem is accepting the individual's tefillot more than the righteous people tefillot, and much, much more. But I want you to understand, every one of us received gifts from Hashem Yitbarach, and we're gifted, and we're talented, and we have something inside of us, and we just need to understand that we need to walk with that. It's not hard to find it, just it's hard to accept it. To find it, it's not hard. You know if you know how to illustrate or not. You know if you know how to play the guitar or not. You know if you enjoy doing something or not. You know what you enjoy doing and what you're talented and gifted in doing. You know, you can feel it, you can sense it. It's not something hard. Just to believe in it, that's my point in Avodat Hashem and I need to walk with it all the way, that's the problem. To believe in ourselves, that's the problem. Yesterday in class we were talking about the point of במקום שאין אנשים משתדל להיות איש. I think it was in the Hebrew class, right? Mm-hmm. So I said over there that in a place that there are no people, you need to try to be the person, you need to be the man. So actually, you have something that you're gifted at some point inside of you, that only in that point you can become to be who that you are. If now, me myself, I'm not able to play basketball. If I need to, איך אומרים להקפיץ? Dribble the ball and to run, those two things together, I'm falling. I'm not able to do it. I cannot. It's not my talent. I'm tall. I can swim. In swimming, I'm very good. Baruch Hashem, I can swim. But to dribble and to run, those two complex things together are not coming from me. It's not happening. Just it will never gonna happen. Maybe if Hashem will want, but for now, it doesn't seem to be my point in Avodat Hashem. So, just you need to believe that you have something to do with your swimming. And if someone else is able to do something else, like to play, like to sing, like to talk, like to learn, that Hashem Yitbarach receives satisfaction from it. And you need to believe that Hashem Yitbarach is with you. Our problem is that we see superstars and people so important, and righteous people are saying, you need to be this, you need to do that. So we're losing our inner point. Because that he sees that Rav Dror is doing 6 hours, so he assumes to himself, until I'm going to do 6 hours, I will never going to be like Rav Dror. And the other person is saying, no, Rav Shalom is guarding his eyes. Until I'm going to guard my eyes like Rav Shalom, I will never going to be Rav Shalom. It's not true. Rav Shalom is doing what that he's doing because that he found Hashem. And I'm doing what that I'm doing because I found my connection to Hashem. And someone else is doing something totally else because he found his own connection to Hashem. And you need to do your point in Avodat Hashem. When Rabbeinu met his student Rab Chaikel, he told Rab Chaikel, I can make you to be exactly like me in your point. Rab Chaikel was playing music. He was composing music. He was composing music. He was a Baal Menagen. He was singing. He was playing. That was him. Rabbeinu told him, I'm going to make you special. Like that I'm special in my thing, that you're going to be special in your thing. You don't need, he would never be Rabbeinu. He would never write the Likutei Moharan and start writing Torot if he would nullify himself to Rabbeinu. Just his music would spread in the world in a way like the Torah of Rabbeinu would spread in the world. That was his gift. And we just need to believe in ourselves that we are also important. Because you say, okay, what am I going to do with my illustrations? When I was in the beginning of my tshuva, I thought the same. I was painting and illustrating all of my childhood, always. I had all of my notebooks from school, all full with my drawings, everything full. I was never learning. I was always illustrating and drawing, always, all of my life. But when I started to do tshuva, I realized with my wisdom that I don't need to do it anymore, that I need to focus in the Torah and I need to learn in the tefillah, and I dropped my talent. And it took me several years until I woke up and I started to illustrate back. And I sat in my house and my wife told me, maybe you're going to illustrate a book of for children, something like that. And I sat and I done that. In fact, the first book that I made was on Rab Shmuel Lehovitz. And it came out amazing. And I improved from one book to the other, and Hashem helped me. And then I was making also books for and with Rav Shalom. And Hashem helped me, and then I done more and more, and maybe 15 or something like that books, children books I illustrated until today, and I wrote some also. So in the moment that I reconnected myself to who that I am, I found a spring. I found the source of energy of my happiness. Just when you want to learn Torah, so you say to yourself, okay, what I'm going to do with those illustrating? It's nonsense, it's not, what I'm going to do with my, you don't know what you can do. People that know how to play basketball, you can bring so many people closer to Judaism by going and playing basketballs with them, and enjoying also, and having fun also, and also talking to them, and also laughing with them, and also bringing them closer to Judaism. Because if we were not going to have a messenger that knows how to play basketball, so all of those basketball players were never going to hear about us, because to hear about us, you need to come to the yeshiva, right? But they will always going to be in the basketball court. They will never going to come to the yeshiva. Until one of us is going to go and start hanging out with them over there and telling them, hey, we can catch a class after the game. And then they will come. But only if it's going to be after the game. If it will be instead of the game, they were not going to come. And you have people in the basketball, and you have people in football, and you have people in soccer, and you have people in computers, and you have people in music shows, and you have people in hotels, and you have people in business, and lawyers, and we need to have our hands going everywhere. We need our messengers to go and shine in the world, and we need just to understand that's the will of Hashem from us. That's the will of Hashem. If you're gifted in math, you need to be busy in math. That's why Hashem gave you the ability in math, the talent in math. Just you need to believe in that, and you need to cry to Hashem and to pray to Hashem, please Hashem, let me understand what's my connection to you with math, what I'm going to do with math, what's math doing with it, what's the connection, where is my Avodat Hashem with math, okay, with languages, with history. I don't know about history. We heard so many stories about Rav Berland and his knowledge in history that is amazing, that he met and spoke with so many people and just flipped their mind into Kedusha just by talking to them about history, and he shown them how Hashem Yitbarach is ruling the world and leading the world through history. And you can show it through math easily, and through computers and through music. You can show Hashem, because you actually find Hashem in math. This is why you like math so much. You actually find Hashem in computer. This is why you like computers so much, because you found Hashem inside your computer. You found Hashem inside your books, your history books. You feel the sweetness of Hashem over there. So it's there. Other people can taste it, and they cannot hear about it for me, because I never tasted it, but you did. So it's your job, it's your responsibility to go and to spread your knowledge and to believe in yourself and to go and to be light to the nations. I believe in myself, and this is what I'm doing here. I'm just sharing and talking about what that I'm going through in life, and I'm telling everyone about it, because I'm not claiming not to be righteous, not to be Talmid Chacham, not to be a genius, not to be a Baal Tefillah. No, I'm just Dror Moshe Kasuto. I live in Rechavia, and I'm doing tshuva. I'm putting all of my effort on getting closer to Hashem, and to believe in Hashem, and to count on Hashem, and like to clarify for myself completely that Hashem Hu Elokim, that Hashem is in charge on everything, and never to walk away from faith, and to work on my attributes, on my midot, on my behavior, on my manners. And I'm working on myself, and I love everyone, so I'm sharing with everyone, and I'm just trying to be a person of truth, to be who that I am. I really want to do tshuva. I really want to learn Torah. I really want to believe in Hashem. I really want never to hurt a person. I really want to help everyone. So I'm doing it. And you need to do what that you want to do. What that you really want to do. And you need to go all the way with that. And if you feel like you can do it through music or through other talents, through other ability, you need to do it. And even if you feel that you need to close yourself in the house and never to talk to people and to be a hidden righteous man, or not even righteous, just hidden, and just to learn Torah quietly, you need to believe in that and to do that. And your voice is going to be heard. In heaven, Hashem is going to accept your tefillah. Because Hashem is close to everyone that calls Him with truth. And if we're calling Him without truth, Hashem is not there. So we need to be who that we are, and to enjoy the gifts that we received from Hashem Yitbarach, and to bring them back to Hashem, to sacrifice them, to sacrifice ourselves to Hashem, to give from what that He gave you. He gave you a house, you need to bring guests into the house. He gave you a house, you need to put a mezuzah on your house. He gave you a house, you need to learn Torah in that house. Great. He gave you a wife, you need to honor your wife. He gave you a wife, you need to buy her a gift for the holiday. He gave you a wife, you need to respect her, to honor her. You need to use what that He gave you. He gave you the ability to play, to sing, to walk, to run, to jump. You need to do it for Him. Thank you. Be well.